evening, Chris. Nothing fancy tonight. I'm a bachelor tonight and bored, so I thought I'd go live. What are you up to? Mr. Squire, hey. You get your new truck yet, Michael? You get it tomorrow. Oh, doing the dishes. No dishes for me tonight. Bachelor tonight. Wife and daughter are in North Carolina, and Donovan, my son, went to my mom's for the night. So I'm by myself. So I ran to Jack in the Box and had a burger, and just thought I'd come on here and screw around a little bit. Yeah, tomorrow. I knew that was tomorrow. I don't even know why I asked. Bet you can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, no doubt, Michael. Always fun to get a new vehicle. Oh, well, I didn't mean to keep you up, Chris. There's not going to be anything fancy here tonight. Just some chat and run some cars. And I got this new gizmo that George invented. It came in the mail today, so I figured I'd talk a little bit about that. But otherwise, nothing crazy. If you fall asleep on me, I won't hold it against you. I'm just running this, it's not really new anymore, a Thunderslot Ferrari. That's all I'm doing tonight. Imagine my wife might even pop in. Could say her and my daughter went back to college, so. Hello, Kenneth. Happy Friday. Yep. We're gonna have driver figures soon, I think. George is futzing around with his new printer. So we're gonna have some driver figures. I think we're working something out where we're gonna supply them to Slot Car Corner. What are you guys up to tonight? I know you guys on the East Coast are probably like Chris. You're probably getting ready for bed. I love these Thunderslots. Just too much fun. Super fast. Well, except for that new Elva. Boy, they really screwed the pooch on that one, didn't they? But I think they're going to fix it. I don't think they're going to leave it that way. We should have a new yard sales tomorrow. All right, yeah. Sell some stuff so you have some slot car money, Chris. Hey, Tad, you're up. Welcome, brother. But I was saying we should have another challenge car in the next day or two. Jeff G messaged me and said he sent his, so next week we'll have another challenge. Should be fun. And the car he's building is really cool. I'm not going to spoil it. You guys are really going to like it. Yeah, I can't go on without giving props to Dai over at DNA. You know, he got tired of looking at that crossover that I had, that black one. He said it was really messing with his OCD. So he went online and he found it's NOS Revell crossover. So now I track all matches. It's all one color and it functions properly. It's not like that other hunk of junk that I got. So I know he's not watching, but thanks, Dai. I appreciate it. So what are you guys up to tonight? Anything good? Doing anything fun? Or nah, just hanging out. That's what I'm doing. Like I said, bachelor tonight, so. Man, I was really bummed, man. This is my favorite, this McLaren. But I was really bummed. I took it out of the box and one of the mirrors is missing. Must have got swiped off of there in the last time I ran it, so I'm gonna have to round up a mirror for my McLaren. I'm weird. I like all that little detail stuff. Oh yeah, that's what you're gonna build, Chris? That'd be cool. It's a 56 Ford, right? Chip Foose's truck. Fun. HSF, welcome, man. Happy Friday.
Dad, text message.
We're just shooting the breeze and playing with some cars. That's all. Like I said, I was waiting to see if any more people show up before I talk about this George's little gizmo here. Just running some underclots. Crossover's a lot smoother too than the other one. And then we have this monster. This is the car that Harry gave me as a gift when I went out there last summer. He got it for me because obviously it's the same color as my real car, so. I was gonna say it doesn't run too bad for a Scale Extric, but yeah, it took a lot of rework to get it to run. That's the only reason it runs good. I saw your little video, Tab. Were you barbecuing tonight, smoking? closer. They can get out enough. Oh, there you go. So were you seasoning it in? Yeah, that's a good idea, Chris. Yeah, that works. Totally. Hey, whatever it takes to get it on the track, you know. I don't know if you guys, you might want to go look at Swift Slots, Rob's video when he built those hot rods. He did it Sidewinder style. He used all of the original model kit, including the chassis and everything, and then he just built like this little motor pod that sat up inside of it. Didn't even disturb any of the original model stuff. It's pretty neat, pretty cool the way he did it. I'm just old. I just like to make the full chassis and try to see if I can make them, you know, as close. Like, okay, you might not be able to see it, but on the 34, you know, try to make it resemble the actual car chassis. Oh, okay, so you saw it, Chris, yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Michael. 1,000,001 ways, at least, to build a stock car. And not a wrong one in the bunch. You know, whatever works, whatever your skill level is, you know. It's whatever it takes. Creativity. Hell, I've seen guys build them out of popsicle sticks, and I'm not even kidding. There's that guy. Oh man, he doesn't really frequent any of the boards or anything like that. The Lunch King. I don't know if you guys have ever watched any of his videos. He's an old guy with a beautiful track in his basement, huge track. He's been building for years, and a ton of cars that he's built, and quite a few of them were literally made out of popsicle sticks, and they run fantastic. Hey, there's the boss. What's up, Harry? I didn't know if you'd be popping in or not. I figured it's late. Okay, so you've seen him too, Tad? The Lunch King? Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't watched his videos at all, you really should. He's got some really neat ideas and does some really cool stuff, especially with the scenery. He's like the master of that. Oh, there you go, Chris, yeah. Oh, hey, Pat. What's up, man? Oh, thanks, Fast Sports. Appreciate that. I will, too. You can count on it. I'm going to keep doing what I do. Trying to spread the slot car gospel to everybody and get you all building stuff. I don't imagine we'll see George tonight. He's got to work tomorrow, so He's probably sleeping. I would be if I was him. But, okay, cool. Well, since there's quite a few of you here now, like I said, George sent me one of these to beta test. This is the, this is going to be the, this is the, God, I can't talk. The prototype for the body mount jig. And right now the holes are set up for the pins like we use in our boards, perfect size. I'm going to make a recommendation to make those holes smaller so the pins don't slide through. But, and I think it needs to be thicker so it's self-sufficient. You don't need anything under it. But I don't have a chassis car to put on it. But it's pretty simple, you know. You set your car on it, and your chassis sits, and the wheels go between the holes. So then you set the body down on top of it, and you use these holes with pins to hold everything in place. I'm gonna do a video once I get everything together. I just don't have everything, but I really think this is gonna help a lot of guys, including me. This is a great idea that George came up with. So, so yeah. Like I said, I'll do a video. I know George is going to as well. Do a video on how to operate this thing, but it's simple, very, very simple. So we'll see. And then once we get it dialed in to full readiness, he's going to have Kevin cut them out for us. And this is made out of acrylic. So it's sturdy, it's not wood, it's acrylic. Hey Mark B, what's happening? Thanks for popping in. I know it's late on a Friday night. Like I said, I'm bachelor tonight, so the wife and daughter are in North Carolina, and my son is at my mom's, and so I'm just by myself doing nothing. So I just thought I'd go live and fool around for a little while, see what you guys were doing. Plus, it's cool. Just gives everybody a place to gather for a while and hang out. But yeah, so that's it, you know. I've just been fooling around with just some different things, just throw them on a track. I just like to run different stuff, you know. I do this by myself most of the time, so. You know what, Harry, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna remotor that with the lawn can. There's plenty of room. This thing needs some oomph. You're absolutely right, Fast Sports. There is no bad way to enjoy our hobby. You're absolutely right. We all have our little niche. Yeah, I'm good at getting into trouble, Michael. Yes, Mark, that's why we're doing this. The way he's got it set is, that's why the holes are so big for the tires. So this will accommodate both 132 and 125th scale, 124th. So yes, you're a good question, but yes, it will. You can use this for both once we get it dialed in. But it's, I like all the dimensions so far, except for thickness. It just needs to be thicker. And I don't even know if Kevin can do that. I think 1/4 inch is the thickest he can go, and that would be good. I think 1/4 inch, because then you can set it on the bench, set your car in there. You don't have to worry about the tires touching your bench, and you can set it up. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, it does run good. It just, you know what? I built that car when we were still putting the little motors in the small cars, and so now that we've changed and we're going to use the long cam for everything, you can tell the difference. It doesn't have a grunt, you know. It doesn't have that low end torque. So that's what it needs, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Yeah. You mean these, Tad? Yeah, you could, but you know, if if he can do it in a 1/4 inch, I mean, why have two of these when you can just have one? And you know what I mean? So yeah, I think if we could just get it in 1/4 inch, it'll be fine. Thanks, Fast Sports. I appreciate that. That damn heart is in the way. I can't see what you said there, Mark, but we definitely don't want this interfering with bourbon drinkage. So yes. But yeah, like I say, I know George is gonna do a video. I think he's just waiting for Harry to get his because he sent one to Harry as well for beta testing. So um, get them all together and we can all put our heads together and come up with the perfect product for George. I think. I build, Fast Sports, I build my cars the way I do because they're not just shelf queens. I like to run them. And, I take them to Harry's and we put them on the big track and we don't pull any punches. And I like that they are not shelf queens. They get driven. And, if it flies off and hits the floor or the wall or whatever, oh well. I built it, right? I can put it back together, and I have. I like to build them as scale as I can, but I also want them to run, so. I admire those guys who build the RC airplanes, and I'm talking about the guys like me who are scale builders. They build those airplanes to look like the real thing with all the rivets and the panel lines, and every bit of it is just it fascinates me. I built one before, a P-47 1/4 scale. Christ, years I spent on that airplane, but that is the same thing that I try to do with my cars. Is I try to make them as realistic as possible and then drive them. Just like those airplane guys, they actually fly them and try to make them fly scale. It's not about ultimate speed and how fast they can make it go. They want it to look like the real thing, and that's kind of where I'm at too. Yeah, thanks, Pat. Yeah, I love my old cars, man. Yeah, Michael, it's not like I said. It's not that you put your chassis fully assembled with the wheels and everything on it. It's got a spot for the guide. So you put your chassis on here, and the wheels sit down so the chassis lays flat on the surface. And you pin it. That's what the holes are for. You use your pins and secure the chassis so it doesn't move. Then you set your body on it where you want it, and you do the same thing. You pin it from the outside to hold the body so it doesn't move. And then you can go from the inside of the windows like you would normally do, and you can put your plastic strut or wood or whatever you're using to make your body mounts with, and get them precisely in the right place. Tack glue everything, take it off, and then epoxy it and do whatever you're going to do. But then you don't have to worry. Your body is perfectly set up on the chassis. Wheelbase, ride height, all of that. It's so simple, but I think it's a great idea. I really do. I think it's a great idea. Hey, Joe. Thanks for popping in. Yes, everything is good. Hope you are too. What are you up to on a Friday night? Probably painting some fantastic figures, no doubt. If you guys haven't, you need to go look at Dojo's stuff. Joe does some beautiful work with his figures and his scenery. Super detailed. As if none of you didn't know, Joe's the guy who made us our 3 amigos that actually look like Harry George and myself. Insane. I get Fast Sports. I didn't even realize I'm talking to John Kitt, aren't I? Well, guess what, John? I have one of your kits. Robert Lee sent it to me because Robert's doesn't have time, that he's not going to be able to build it, so he sent it to me. I am going to build it. I look forward to building that kit, actually. You do some fine work, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, excuse me. Yep, I will, John. I will. I promise. I will do it. I lost my train of thought. That's what happens when you get old. Dang it. What was I gonna say? Oh well. Oh, you know, we all love these. We all love not just these ready-to-run cars. We love them all, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't be in this hobby. This is the bread and butter of slot cars. Is ready-to-run cars. That's why there's so much airtime and press devoted to this, is because there's some good stuff we have nowadays. But for me, I take greater satisfaction out of running this than I do out of running this. I love this. I like running them, but this is where my heart is, right here. Running these cars that I built. Not just me. That's why I did the challenge, because I want to see what other guys do, and I thoroughly enjoy running those cars that the guys send in for my challenge. I really do, and yeah, it's gonna be an ongoing yearly event doing that. I love running the homemade cars and comparing them all. Well, Mr. Marty Ford has graced us. What's happening, brother? Yeah, Pat, cut back on the scenery. That tree, I tell you. You're going to be building soon, Pat. You're going to be a busy, busy boy. I absolutely agree, John. Absolutely agree. Yeah, that's the, and as you, I'm sure that you know, that it's one thing to buy a model kit and make a slot car out of it, and I love doing that too. I do a lot of that. But it's another thing entirely to go the extra mile and make a casting. And my castings suck humongously compared to what John does, but it's still a great satisfaction of making your own casting. You know, casting your own wheel inserts, casting your own driver, casting your own tires. As much of it, I don't do it to save money, because it's frankly more expensive than buying stuff, but I like the creativity. I like making as much of it as I possibly can. So, You know, that's why I do it. I'm sure that John does the same. Yeah, I'm hoping it gets there too, Harry. You sent it quite a while ago. It takes a while though to Australia. And I don't know, do they hold that stuff in customs, Pat? You have to go get it or anything goofy like that, or pay stuff? Drinking and driving is encouraged. I like that, John. I'd run the newest one, but it's not ready to run yet. I still need to put a guide tongue on it. It's gonna get a Michael Squire drop arm. Cheers. So fun. I bet you could probably get your hands on some dynamite, Pat. Which body, Michael? Oh, thanks, John. I will. Yeah, no, I have no intention of quitting. I guess I'm impatient, and I do things maybe a little too fast when I do them, and so that's why I don't really sell my stuff, because you know, you're your own worst critic, right? And I don't want to sell things to people that I don't feel are perfect. For me, it's perfect. I don't care. I don't care if I have to grind a little on the inside or whatever I got to do to make them work or fill some voids. You know, I never throw anything away. I have a drawer full of you know, castings that aren't fit for human consumption, but I still use them. So, but yeah. Oh, you have one too, Michael? Oh, I didn't see you tonight, Chris. I hope I didn't miss you. Thanks for stopping in. You have a great weekend too. Oh, see? Right off the track. Told you. But I built a pretty good sock cart. Didn't even break it. I love Harry's little tire cleaner machine that he made me. Almost needs a new battery. I agree with that too, John. You're absolutely right. It's an art. And you know, I think that all those years ago, I think that is what attracted me to this, is the, well, I know it is. It's the artistic side of it, because I'm an artistic person, and I need to get the ideas out. And these cars all spring from my brain. I get an idea, and I got to get it out. And so I can't afford to build real cars. So although I did that, I've built many real cars myself, but I can't afford that anymore. So I build these cars instead, and that gives me my creativity and my outlet, and lets me build what I want. And that's why I'm attracted to it. Oh yeah, Tad, the bug. I hope those tires that I sent to Harry to send to you will work. I think they will. And there's two sizes: the really big ones, and then the smaller ones. I think the smaller ones might work on the Baja. Yeah, I can't wait to see that thing making laps. I'm just glad there's a bunch of us doing it. The Jay Leno of slot cars. Yeah, this is true, right? Oh, thanks, Pat. Oh, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that too. Yeah, and just let me know, Tad, if they work. I just ordered some more silicone today. We're gonna have some other tires coming that I think might be of interest as well. It's something that George requested for me to make him. And I got 2 kits of tire rubber today as well. So, in fact, I got a whole batch of tires out there cooking right now. What do you guys call them? Shotgun Supremes? Oh yeah, tomorrow's video, Marty? Well, I'll watch out while I have my coffee in the morning. Hey, that's a good idea, Tad. Little obstacle course for the Baja Bug to run on. Didn't somebody, was it SCX or one of those companies? Didn't they have off-road type cars with the long drop arm and suspension and stuff like that? And they had like an obstacle. Or was it Ninco? And they had an obstacle course track that you could get with little hills and bumps and bridges and whatnot to cross on it. Didn't somebody? I mean, it was Ninco that made that. Okay, John, thank you very much for stopping in, man. I appreciate it, and you can count on it. And I admire your work, and keep it up as well. Thanks, man.
Whoa, there it goes. To the floor. Ah.
See? Oh, yeah, tweak the windshield, too. That's all right. That's character. I can't wait to have a permanent place to set up a track. Then I have to do this on the dining room table. I have 100 feet of Rebel track just itching to be made into a slot car track. I've even got a track already in my head. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the old Riverside International Raceway. I'm sure that you are. You're all car guys like we are. Ninco, right, Harry. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, and monster trucks. Guardrails. I know, Michael. I need it. I know. But when I set this thing up for reals, I am gonna put, I'm gonna recreate as close as I can the old Riverside International Raceway. Riverside International Raceway, or where it used to be, is literally 20 miles down the freeway from me here. What's now called Merino Valley. The Merino Valley Mall sits where the racetrack used to be. And when I was a kid, we went to those races a lot. I've seen NASCAR run there, Can-Am. I've seen a lot of cool stuff there. Nincompoop, yep. Yep, I agree, Marty. My favorite track, Riverside. You know, and so I am going to recreate it one of these days. That's not true, Marty. You know everybody's going to watch it. We're all going to watch it. You know damn good and well we are. Nincompoop. I know. I wasn't a big fan of too much of the Ninco stuff, except for the classics. The 356 Porsches, the Speedsters, the Jaguars, the little Corvettes, all of those cars. I love those cars. In fact, I'd like to get my hands on just one of the bodies for the 356 coupe so I can make a mold. I love that car. I used to have a bunch of them because I did that very thing. I made a mold and I copied the Ninco coupe. And we even had a race with just the 356 Porsches, but we did a proxy with them. I'd like to do something like that again. You know, John Kitt, that was on here earlier, he has a beautiful 356 Speedster mold. I have one of the bodies. They're beautiful. I love those cars. I would like to do another series with them. Scratch-built chassis. Ninco made the go-karts, Tad. I had every one of those too. I sold them all. Those were actually really fun. I know they're kind of goofy. The Scalextric one was shit, but the Ninco carts are really good. And they make an upgraded motor for them. The things scream. Because they have it looks like an HO, the little tiny, I don't know what you call it. It's a can motor, I guess. It's a little square box motor. Maybe it's a box motor. Those things hauled ass, man. Yeah, that's always the fun part, Kenneth, is the timing. Yeah, I like those things, Tad. Then now their goddamn things are over $100. So I thought about that. I thought I want to get all the carts again because I know the kids would like to race them, but I'm not paying $150 for a Ninco go kart. Woohoo! Good catch. You mean building one from scratch, Tad? Yeah, that'd be cool. Man, I even had tire molds for the Ninco carts because it was a pain in the ass to get tires for them. So I just made my own, cast a mold of the originals. We loved them. We used to race them on the oval. Yeah, you're right, Pat. I know. They're ludicrous money. Yeah, I'd like to have them still. But again, I'm not paying that kind of money for the damn things. Little Coca-Cola there. Not necessarily, Tad. You know, some of the action figures are about that size. You might... it was a little creativity, you could alter one. Yeah. Jeff G. Jeff G. I haven't seen your car yet, so I don't know when you sent it, but it is not here yet. Although it was a busy day today with the kids and stuff, so I didn't check the mailbox today. It might be over there. If you have tracking, you can check. Monday? Okay. Perfect. That's perfect. I just want to make sure it's not sitting over there. Our mailboxes are on the other side of the planet. And it's, it's a secure locked. I just want to make sure it's not sitting over there cooking in the sun. But good. Okay. Ooh. And I do like the big cars too. I still like running. This is still one of my favorite cars to run. You can see I've got a blue thing, right? I should probably see if this will clean the tires. I don't know if it will. Oh, yeah. Boy, what's with that? Oh, jeez, woohoo! Good save, Dave. Just on the other side of nowhere. You know what? Where I live used to be in the middle of nowhere. My father-in-law, God rest his soul, he used to call it Bangladesh. And he used to say that it's so hot out here, the lizards carried sticks, so they had something to stand on when they stopped. Oh boy, that was not good. That hit the tile. Hit the tile and survived. Oh, lost the license plate. That's all right. That license plate never stays on. Parts to glue on. All right, Tad. Good night, brother. Yeah, I know. I started this thing late. Oh man, yeah. It's midnight out that way. So yeah, let's go a couple more minutes and we'll shut it down. But I just wanted to come on and play and talk. See what everybody's doing. We'll Philip the bird. don't even know how long we've been on. I think this will give you a countdown. Or it probably does, I just don't know how. Jeff's top secret speed machine, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for it to get here. It's gonna be a good one. Oh hey, did you guys you see up there in the top left corner the little logo that I made? I was just tinkering one day, and you guys know, I like Ratfink. He's Ratfink, and Rat and Mother's Worry Ratfink. But I'll just show you. I thought this was really cool. I had a banner made of it. So eventually when I do have my slot room back up and running, at least I'm going to have some cool stuff to hang on the walls. Ratfink and Mother's Worry doing their thing, playing slot cars. And you see the cars? Of course they're my own. And the Rebel track. Pretty cool. Anyways, $5 you get these banners made. It's like you can't even beat that. So that was my little thing. Just wanted to show you guys. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Yeah, it's just a company on Amazon. George turned me on to it. He had a banner made, and I was like, God, $5? It was under $4.88 or something like that. You upload your artwork, and then a couple weeks later, you get a banner. I'm pretty sure I know they come from China, but what doesn't anymore? But all right, fellers, it's 9 o'clock. It's midnight East Coast, boys. So I'll go ahead and fold up the tent. And yeah, not as cool as the banners you make, Michael. But yeah, I'll go ahead and shut her down, and we'll do it again as soon as Harry gets his body mount tool. We'll all put our heads together, and we'll come up with a winner. So anyhow, you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys all later. And I'll be watching the video in the morning with my coffee, Marty. So you guys have a good weekend, okay, brothers? We'll talk to you all later.